The Sabbath was kept in the wilderness without a temple or priesthood, Exodus 16, before there was a tabernacle, before a single priest offered incense, before a drop of sacrificial blood touched the altar, before Moses climbed Mount Sinai and received the 10 Commandments in stone. The Sabbath was already being kept and enforced by God himself. Exodus 16 makes it crystal clear. The seventh-day Sabbath was not birthed at Sinai, nor was it dependent on a temple or Levitical priesthood. It was already holy, already commanded, already binding. God didn't wait for a tabernacle to introduce his Sabbath. He didn't wait for Aaron to be ordained as high priest. He didn't wait for the 10 Commandments to be etched on tablets. No. In the barren wilderness, among a disobedient, complaining people, God revealed a truth that exposes every modern excuse. The Sabbath stands on its own. Exodus 16:23-30 tells the story with thunderous clarity. When God began to rain down manna from heaven, he used it to test his people's obedience. For 6 days they gathered, but on the 6th day they gathered twice as much. Why? Because the 7th day was the Sabbath of the Lord, and there would be no manna. Not because of any temple ordinance, not because a priest declared it, but because God said so. And he said unto them, This is that which the Lord hath said, Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Exodus 16:23. Did you catch that? This is before Mount Sinai, before Exodus 20, before the law was officially given in stone. Yet God said the Sabbath was already holy. He didn't say, it will be holy later. He said it already was. And when the people went out to gather manna on the 7th day, what happened? God didn't say, it's okay, we haven't given the law yet. He said, How long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? Exodus 16:28. Commandments and laws, before Sinai. Sabbath breaking was already considered disobedience. This alone shatters the idea that the Sabbath is part of the ceremonial law, or that it started with Moses. There was no priesthood functioning, no temple rituals, no Jewish nation with formal religious structure, and yet the Sabbath was in full effect. So what excuse does the modern church have? You say the Sabbath was nailed to the cross? It existed before Sinai. You say it's part of Moses' law? It existed before Moses. You say it can't be kept without a temple? It was kept without one, in the wilderness, on dusty ground, with bread from heaven as a witness. God gave his people double manna on the 6th day, not on Sunday, not on Monday, but specifically for the 7th day. He preserved it supernaturally. It didn't rot like it did on the other days. That was his signature, his seal, his sign that the Sabbath was different, holy, set apart. And he hasn't changed. Malachi 3:6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ the same yesterday and today and forever. The same God who enforced the Sabbath in the wilderness without a temple is the same God who expects it to be kept today, whether or not you have a building, a priest, or a pulpit. So here's the challenge. If God expected his people to keep the Sabbath in the wilderness with no building, no priesthood, and no law in stone yet, what makes you think he doesn't expect it now? Your temples are optional. Your denominations are man-made. Your Sunday worship is tradition. But the Sabbath is divine. It's eternal. It was there before Sinai, and it will remain after this world is gone. You can't erase what God established before the law. You can't override what he declared holy before the priesthood. The Sabbath stands, then, now, and forever, and the wilderness proves it. And the